Hello, everybody. Been away for a while. It's good to be back with you. I'm Ellis Roy Jr. and I'm here at TheVoice17104 with Pastor Chris Thomas.
God bless you.
Here.
Welcome back, sir.
And back with you. I just want to talk to you today about something I'm finding very disturbing. But it says a lot about human nature. All this conversation that's going on about President Biden. Now, I don't know about you, but I've always found, especially if it happens to you in the summer, and my schedule wasn't half as busy as President Biden's, but the common cold will wipe me out. I'm saying that's ever since I was a kid, and I've gone through some serious health situations throughout the years. That was never more devastating to me than the common cold. Oh, your chest is tight, your head is stuffed up, brain fog, all of that. You're pumping meds in you. When I was younger, parents pumping meds in you. But it used to wipe me out. Now I was a much younger man. Today it wipes me out if I get one. I try never to get one because I know my experience with it. Now, imagine a man with a rigorous schedule, like President Biden. He's still running the country while he's campaigning for office to be reelected. His body, and it's an 81-year-old body, has to be worn down. That does not mean he's incapable of being president. It simply means he's sick. We all get that way. But look at the Democrats on the Hill. We're talking about Capitol Hill now, here in Washington. Oh, we need another guy to run. We need somebody else in there. Why? This is my question. Why? Getting back to the immune system, well, when it gets low, you're susceptible to a few things, especially the common cold. What should have done, and I'm talking about his campaign team, what they should have done, they recognize all of this happening with the president, is postpone the debate. 4 months before the election. Election's in November. Postpone the debate. And maybe they didn't because the president's schedule is so tight, they didn't know what it could reschedule. But no, I think their first concern is the president's health. Can't keep jumping on and off them jets and making speeches and care for the president. Period. Postpone the debate. He's debating Donald. I mean, come on. He's not debating Aristotle, Einstein, Socrates. He's not debating Donald. You know what I mean? You got the intelligence of a squirrel. He ain't debating nobody. That was one of the worst human beings. And that brings me back to the comic gold. When you are feeling miserable, okay? And I know most of you can identify with this. When you are feeling miserable, terrible, and not 4 to 5 feet from you is somebody that you find in utter contempt. Somebody you know is a terrible human being. You feel worse. Yes, you do. I know I do. And you're there, and make you don't want to say nothing. It does. We're human, folks. This is how we react to things. We all don't react to the same thing the same way.
Sure.
But we react. When you're standing on stage next to somebody that has been convicted for 34 felonies, he's a convicted criminal. Okay? You're standing next to somebody that tried to overthrow the Constitution of the United States. This guy, while being president, and he's standing next to you. You're standing to a guy, and I don't care what he does in his personal life, but when his personal life bleeds over into his political life and his public life, well, no, that's a problem because it affects us. You stand next to a guy that went romping around with Stormy, and that's all right. If he wanted to romp around with Stormy McDaniels, that's fine. But then don't throw it in our face. They try to cheat her out the money she earned. She earned it. But you were Michael Cohen the bear. And then you want to hide it as a campaign contribution or a campaign expenditure. No, it wasn't. It was you running around playing with Stormy. Well, the jury saw straight through that and convicted you for 34 times. Now, we got criminals around here that don't get convicted for 34 no felony. Not at one shot. But now this is the guy standing next to you on the stage, and you know you're a good guy. Your record stands for itself. You're Joe Biden. But you're ill. I like to say something to these Democrats. Get over it. He's our nominee. Not you. This man ran all over this country. And people all over this country voted for him. From Iowa all the way down to South Carolina. North, south, east, and west. Pennsylvania to California. They pulled the lever for Joe Biden. He's our nominee, not you. Stop vying for power all the time. If you want power, earn it. You wanted to run against Joe, you had all the opportunity to do so. Now all of a sudden, he hit a bad debate. He's too old. And Joe was old when he started. He never denied that. But with his age, unlike some of y'all, came his wisdom, his experience, knowledge, and understanding of how this political process works. And he's very good at it. Stop jumping around here trying to earn something while you have done nothing to earn it. And I look at the media. Oh, they go, oh, this is a feeding frenzy. Oh, Joe Biden. Oh, we got this senator today that said this. And we got this Congress people that said that. Then we got George Clooney, the actor. Now, this is a man. I like George. George is a little simple, though. You turn out and hold a fundraiser for Joe Biden that raised $28 million. That's our guy, Joe. You gave him $28 million. And then he has a debate. So you think about it for a while. Then you write an op-ed saying Joe should consider dropping out of the race. Why would he do that 4 months before the election? And who would the Democrats prepare in time to take Joe Biden's place? I heard every name in the world until last week. Now, this is prior to that, until last week, where they decided that Sister Kamala Harris should get in there. Why did you consider her last when she's the Vice President of the United States? But her total support is behind the president. So you hit a problem there. But your total support should be behind the president, Democrats in Congress, Democrats in the Senate. Oh, we don't know if he can beat Donald Trump. Mickey Mouse should be able to beat Donald Trump with his record. And that's one thing this guy has not done. He has not deviated from who he is. If anything, he has doubled down on who he is. He told you, a dictator, day one. Dictator for a day. How foolish is that? If you're a dictator today, you're a dictator tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. And then you got Project 2025. What a horrible program that is. Check that out, people. That's the most dangerous document I've seen in years. And I was in the criminal justice system for years. Yes, as a law enforcement officer. Yes. There's 900 and some odd pages. I think I got to about 30 of them. It's hard reading because this is a pathway to dictatorship. It's a blueprint. It is a blueprint to dictatorship. They will change the American system forever. Education, criminal justice, the workforce, the healthcare industry. These buffoons sat down They say, we need to find out the think tank. We're the Heritage Foundation. Whose heritage? Ask yourself that. Whose heritage? Oh, America is multifaceted. We have many, many races of people here with a heritage. So, whose heritage is the Heritage Foundation talking about? It's certainly not you and mine. Most of the people that will be affected by this adverse document will be black and brown people. Oh, others will be affected, but not as much. Ours will be devastating. They talking about getting rid of 50 million federal workers and replacing them with loyalists. Oh yeah, they got a whole application online. You should have first heard about this from Taraji P. Henson when she was on stage talking about, hey, read 2025. She mentioned that right at the award ceremony. This is not a game. The way the sister put it, this ain't checkers, this is chess. And it is a terrible document. But they want this ready to go January for any conservative president. Like how they put that is ridiculous. They got that document ready for Trump. Because he's their guy. Because Trump will be the only one stupid enough to try to implement it. Because he was a dictator. And this document, this program, this, I don't even know what to call it. It's so horrible. And they actually sat down and put pen to paper to come up with this. But it's what's in their heart. And it's how they feel. What about you? What about me? And about the rest of us? I encourage you to read that, digest it, to see the evil that's outside these walls. The plan that they have for us. They just said Dr. Charles or whatever his name, I think that was the name on there, MSNBC, talking about that he was very proud of it. Well, this document, yes, Donald Trump, he's going to put it in there. He's a conservative president or Republican. And I looked at him. I said, wow. But that's their guy. Any guy that called the January 6, 2021 people that have stormed the Capitol hostages, not the Congress people that was inside, who they tried to attack and kill. Not the vice president at that time, who they wanted to hang because he didn't do the will of Donald Trump. And you talking about putting this pathetic human being back in the White House. What do you think he's going to do this time? Because now he has a mandate of the people. You already got it from the Supreme Court. Justice Alito and Clarence Thomas, who've been a fool for years, a little dancing monkey. What? Oh, they gave presidential immunity. Well, what did you think they were going to do? Sometimes people plot their own demise. Ask yourself a question: do a dictator need a Supreme Court? He the Supreme Court. Does Saddam Hussein have a Supreme Court? He certainly did not. Does Vladimir Putin have a Supreme Court? Nope. And the press running around don't want to talk about what the ills of Donald Trump. In them countries, guess what they have? State-controlled media. Freedom of the press is out the window if Donald gets it. You think you're going to survive? Remember Richard Nixon? He had a whole plan to get rid of the press. Had the press in a panic. And had he been successful, we wouldn't have freedom of the press today. Well, Donald plans on being much more successful than Richard Nixon. He's far more evil. Far more contemptuous. Far more demented. Plus, he got a plan. He got all of these imps who've been working on this 2025 plan for quite a while. Two of the guys that was in his administration is part of the Heritage Foundation. Making sure if they get into power, this country will never be the same ever again. So all that running around and the buffoons in Washington talking about dudes too old and you know what? Excuse me. 4 months before the election, they come up with this foolishness because he was on the debate stage and then performed the way you thought he should. Our senator, John Fetterman, wrote a nice piece in the Facebook. I don't know if I'm meant to be vetted. But John Fetterman is a down-to-earth guy. See, his feet is firmly on the ground. And John said he knew all too well how people want to jump on because you have a bad debate. Or the debate doesn't come up to their standards. And how they want to count you out. Well, John Fetterman is a United States senator from Pennsylvania. After they wanted to write John off, he won because he's a good man. Okay, nothing beats honesty. Nothing. Nothing beats sincerity. Nothing beats dignity, integrity, knowledge, and understanding. That's what our president has. The alternative to that is Donald Trump, who can't even spell those words. Pay attention here. The vote is for Joseph Biden. Kamala Harris. The Biden-Harris ticket. If you want to save yourself. Of course, if you want to save democracy. But to think about it this way, if you want to save yourself, and all them Democrats on Capitol Hill, because there ain't a whole bunch of them, this is a small little group that want to be given something. They don't want to work for it. I want to be the president. Well, then how come you didn't get in the primary? Well, who would have been the president? Who would you pick to be the president? Well, we don't know. Somebody didn't earn it. Somebody that didn't work for it. Somebody that didn't run state to state. No, the American people did not vote for you. They voted for Joe Biden. That's who we're sticking with. Until Joe says otherwise. They said, well, what the president going to do? He said, I'm running. And they keep asking me, well, what are you going to do? You know, you didn't understand that? I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in this race. What part of that don't you understand? Stop asking. Period. And nobody's giving you anything. You got to earn it. They used to say on the commercial a long time ago, they did it the old-fashioned way. They earned it. Earn it like Joe Biden earned it. Earn it the way Kamala Harris earned it. And stop running around here sounding like a choir of scorched cats. You can't do anything to help Joe and Kamala. Shut up. Go into a corner. Hide yourself. That's what most of you have been doing anyway. Half of them people, I didn't know they were Congress people or senators. They start jumping up against Joe. I go, oh, he's a senator, huh? Which means, well, what have you been doing? Nothing. Well, my vote is for Joe Biden and the Biden-Harris ticket. Period. I wouldn't have voted for Donald Trump if he was running for dog catcher. Because I know the dogs that he caught would be abused, misused, among all kind of other things. The vote is for the Biden-Harris ticket. I'll say that all the way to election day and beyond. It's like it did the last time. Because we knew how horrible Donald was when he ran against Hillary. I'll never forget him on that stage standing behind her trying to intimidate her. I knew right then he didn't care nothing about women. Not at all. Remember when he was running around with Stormy? Melania had just had a baby. She's on with the newborn, where he should have been. You gonna tell me he care about women? Come on, folks. Wake up, smell the coffee. Save America. Save democracy. And save yourself. Thanks for being here with you today. Glad to be back. Glad to see you. Just come on in and let's enjoy this conversation. See you next time.